All right. Welcome to the HnH Podcast. We are very excited to be here today. The time has finally come. We have our new face here.
We
our
do.
new permanent face. He ain't just a guest.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got Traycer home.
So,
So freak, yeah, Traycer, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Where the heck you been?
There we go. All right. So, like they're saying, I'm Traycer. I've been gone, the past 2 years. I remember when I was leaving. I'll get to where I was and different things, what I was doing. But I remember when I was leaving this H&H deal. I think it was supposed to be like a construction thing. They were like we're all gonna start some sort of a H&H. We were going to just start something together. And I was thinking, that's pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool if we could start something up like that. Because, we've always been super close. And, I was kind of excited about it, but my mind was in a million other things. In that phase of my life, I was a senior in high school. I was focused on football and wrestling. And then, after wrestling ended with an amazing finish that it was, I received my mission call. And for those of you that don't know, you know, um, I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and with that, I had the opportunity to serve a 2-year mission. So that's why I was gone for 2 years. It's kind of a big deal, that moment of my life where I could have been going off to college. I thought I was going to go wrestle in college and all these different things. But I received my call to go to Brazil. And so I went to the very southern tip of Brazil, which was just an amazing experience. I think I could talk about that for, 2 years and I still wouldn't be able to say all the things that I learned, and I mean, it's something that will forever be a part of me, because what I did down there is I just helped people come to know Jesus Christ, you know, and that is something that means the world to me. It's something that has changed my life. It's changed all of our lives here on the podcast, you know, and that is something that it was just an amazing opportunity to share that with other people for 2 years, and especially the amazing people there of Brazil. The Gaúchos is how they call them. They're pretty much the rednecks of Brazil. It was kind of cool, but that's where I was, So I kind of missed the whole beginning of this podcast and the adventures, not the adventures I've been on since I was born, but with being able to again just share these things with other people. I feel like that's one of the big reasons that we're even doing this podcast, is the things that make us happy. We want to make other people happy too. And that's just one of the big things of life. One of the big reasons that when I first found out there in Brazil that we were doing these podcasts, I was like, man, I got to get on these. And
yeah, we've been saying that from day one. But yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I remember I watched one and someone made a comment. They're like, yeah, one of us isn't here. And I was like, man, don't say that. I think I still had 6 months left in the mission. And I was like, man. And I mean, on the mission too, like we can't just call home whenever, like, and we can't visit home. So like, it was really kind of a big deal to just be away. And then like every once in a blue moon, I'd hop on YouTube to see how my boys were doing. And I mean, it was really just a great experience, to kind of live even just through the podcast, to see what everyone was doing. And I mean, yeah, it was just a great experience. You know, I'm really happy to be back. You know, I'm finally an adult, or so they say.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much. There's a lot to it, and it's, yeah. Now I wish I could have stayed in high school and realized that I didn't want to grow up that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Something Kate and I were talking about before the podcast was just life.
Man, but
It's
now y'all are married. That was another new thing that happened while I was gone. My brother, so Colton's my brother. He got married. I I got to meet my sister-in-law this last weekend. That was pretty cool.
Caden had
Sweet.
no kid while you were gone.
Yeah. Navy was born just a couple weeks before he left.
Uh-huh. I think I got to see Navy, and now she's like talking a little bit, right?
Oh, she's talking a lot. She's a freaking handful in the house. Oh my gosh. She's two now, dude. Oh,
Bro,
that's crazy. Wells will be one in August. And oh, it's nuts.
that's
That's just
awesome.
crazy. Keeps progressing on and on each day. Uh, Traycer, what kind of stuff do you like to do? Like hobbies and stuff like that?
Man, so I mean, I've always loved. I'm actually gonna rewind that. I haven't always loved hunting and that sort of thing. My thing has always been wrestling. I've always loved that. I've always loved wrestling. I've always loved football. You know, I've always loved being active. You know, I remember when I was little, um, or I don't really remember it. I think there was a moment in my childhood where I fell a little too high from off a tree, and I don't remember very well my early years. But my mom will always tell me that, you know, I came home from school one day and I just asked her, "Mommy, can I hit this kid?" And that was kind of when I realized that, or when my parents realized that football was something that I needed to do. Um, so they signed me up for Little League football. We had the ugliest little jerseys ever. They were just this yellow, like booger yellow with some black numbers on them. But I remember feeling so cool in those little uniforms. but but I mean, heck, I've always loved just the football and the wrestling. Um, it wasn't until quite a bit later, honestly, that I got into the hunting, the shed hunting. I remember in our earlier years of shed hunting, I would just hit the ditch and follow it because I had no idea what the heck I was doing.
And
And
not
I
only
remember,
that, Hunter and I, because when we started, we all went together. It was kind of a thing. Not only that, he would choose his direction, and I'd say, "Okay, we're going to be back at the truck at this time. Let's not go farther than that canyon." And then I'd meet up with Traycer sometime, or maybe I wouldn't. But I met up with Traycer. He's like, "Okay, we need to start heading, go back to the truck." You know, I start heading towards the truck, and he's like, "I'm like, dude, wrong way." And there are multiple times that I spent more time shed or finding Traycer than shed hunting those first couple of years.
man, yeah, it was kind of crazy. Those, and I'll tell you what, I didn't find diddly squat. I, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. If I walked up on one, you know, maybe I'd find it. but but I remember that. But not only that, but actually hunting. You know, like shed hunting has always like it's a more recent thing that we've been doing. But hunting, you know, I started way early, and I did not grow a love for hunting for years. I remember I would be in my bed just vibing, and then everyone would already be halfway dressed, and getting the guns ready, and I was still sleeping, and they'd come up, Tris, you gotta wake up. We gotta go hunting. And I said, no, I don't want to. It's cold. I hated the cold. I'll tell you what. But heck, I kept, you know, I don't know if I ever had that real desire to really hunt, but I always had that desire to be with the people that were hunting. I always looked up to those people, and I feel like Colton was a huge influence on me, not just with hunting, but with a ton of things, like he just kind of paved that road for me, and I remember up until this day, I don't know all the ins and outs of hunting, all the ins and outs of the areas that we'll go, you know, I should. I've been hunting in those areas since I can remember, but it was always, just trust Colton. You know, you have a bull that's 650 to 700 yards away. Colton says, hey, put him in the bottom of your scope. You put him in the bottom of your scope and you shoot, and bull drops, and that was one of the coolest things for me, because more than anything, hunting became just that time that I could bond, with my brother and with my dad. And then it became something that I could help other people and I could enjoy going with other groups. And it just kind of grew into this thing that now I can't imagine my life without it. Like it's part of who I am and part of who we are. That's I feel like that's kind of part of this H&H beginnings, because it didn't start when we started the YouTube. It started when we were all messing around and doing our thing, and days turned into weeks turned into months, that turned into years. And now we're not little kids with our BB guns anymore. We're adults trying to figure out this whole story of life. Like, how are we going to win this game of life? And, I'm a little bit less far in than even you guys, but I mean, it's definitely a different feeling now. But it's fun that we have this escape, this thing that just unites us, that is this hunting and these things that we do. I feel like I kind of went off on a little tangent, to kind of
No, you're good, man.
Bring us back around. The question was like, what are my hobbies? So now I can say that for sure football and wrestling are still on the table. I don't think those will ever leave. I finally decided that I'm hanging up the shoes, for wrestling. That's been a hard one to grasp. Because I'm not going to wrestle in college. But I mean, those things will forever be a part of me. Hunting as well is one of the things I love to do. But anything that I can be around family and helping other people, that those are the things that I love to do. Always willing to try something new. As long as it's with those people that I love. But I feel like that's me. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm kind of missing that people would like to know, or.
Nah, dude, I think that's great. Just to kind of piggyback off what you were saying just a second ago, this whole deal has really helped bring us together. I mean, so the other week Oakley got married, and Colton and I were there, and Hunter. And when I walked into the night before, we went to and did that golfing thing.
Yeah.
And the night before that, I guess that night, I walked in and saw Colton and Hannah sitting there, and went up to talk to them, and it was like halfway through our conversation, I realized I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
But it felt like I'd been seeing you all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
this
like,
has really allowed us to be close, to not go months on end without seeing or talking to each other. So then when we do see and talk to each other, we're pretty much caught up already.
yeah.
And it just doesn't seem like we've been gone
Yeah, there's
or
no
separated this
housework
whole time.
talk or you got a new job or, well, yeah, sometimes that because we were just talking about
Yeah.
it the week before, But, yeah, I remember back, and Traycer can relate uh, a lot with, especially one of his other cousins, but I remember back when you lived in Alaska, for instance, and it was one of those things that when we saw each other, it was talking all night. That's
Yeah.
just because that's what cousins did, talk all night, and then you're kind of caught up for most part, and then you continue, and there's none of that catching up, like you're saying, and it's with
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, yeah, it's grown a brotherhood, and I'm excited to add another one back to it.
Freak
So,
yeah. Freak yeah. I'm pretty dang stoked for it. Before we continue on, real quick, just want to throw out our sponsors, partners, whatever you want to call them.
mm-hmm.
We've got MAHCO Outdoors. MAHCO. I still don't know how to say it, but
I still don't know either.
when I read it, I want to say MAHCO, but
That's how I want to say
I've
it
been
too.
told it's MAHCO, so we'll throw both of them out there just in case. But anyways, go check
Spell it
out their
like it
stuff.
sounds.
Yep, 100%. Go check their stuff out. Camo, fishing stuff, tents, chairs, all the good stuff. They'll hook you up. We love them, and we're gonna keep getting their stuff too.
Yeah.
Go check out Osprey. Get hooked up with Jake. He'll hook you up with some sweet binos. As we've said plenty of times before, some of my favorite I've ever used. They're pretty dang awesome, and Jake will help you out. He's a good dude.
He is.
And then Grit Knives. Go check out Grit Knives. Get yourself a knife before they sell out again. It's coming and going pretty quick, so get it while you can. Pre-order if you have to. And then just a quick shout out, honestly. I know every single day, I love me my Mountain Ops Ignite. So anyone that is looking for something to get them going in the morning, something to get them going throughout the day, something that'll help them get up that hill they want to hike, because I know I for sure need it. Go check that stuff out. Get it. I love it. Colton loves it.
The
That's
peach,
all I can speak
peach
for
all
because
the
I don't know
way.
who else has
I'm
used it.
I'm a peach guy, and that, yeah, it's I've cut out most soda, most everything on my diet. That's, I know, is a sin. I know, but but I
You
do
go,
have
stay
to mess
strong.
every day. So
I mean, if you're gonna cut it out, that's a great thing to replace it with.
yeah,
So, but yeah, that's what we've got for that for today. But so I want to start with this. All right. I'll start with Traycer because he's the one who's been to the foreign country recently. Traycer, what was the weirdest thing you ate while you were there?
Oh man, I'll have to. Okay. Weirdest thing. We went to this lady's house. She's an amazing lady. Right? We were there, and it was like a little dinner deal that she was preparing for us. And I've always been taught, you will not reject food. You know, like that's rude. You don't do that, you know, especially where I was at, where like they are very humble people, you know, so it's not like they just have money where they can just be like, oh, well, I'll just like get you a quick something else, you know, like what they have is what they have. And I remember that night I had a little bit of a feeling in my tummy because she made a really good smelling soup, but then she said something that just kind of set off a red flag in my head. She said something about chicken feet. I said, hang on, you put what in my soup? And I'll tell you what, I looked at that soup and she told me, she's like, oh, you don't have to eat it. You don't have to eat it because I know it's not like real common for you. And I was like, no, I'm going to eat this and I'm going to like it. So I ate chicken feet, like
Like off the bone?
mushy. It was like you take a chicken's foot and you cut it off and you throw it in there. Like obviously they're like sterilized, but like what happened is like all the cartilage and different things of the foot, you know, they just have a couple bones, like little tiny toe bones, and the rest of it, you know, it just kind of gets mushy. And man, I ate that and I was thinking, I'm not going to like this, but I'm going to eat it. And weirdest thing was I actually liked it. So there was that. I was like, man.
I know what I'm making for you when you come over.
But it was actually kind of good. And they also have this thing called feijoada, which is, so feijão would be like beans. So they always have like black beans. But the way they make it, it has kind of like a broth with the beans. So you can like put it on rice. That's actually something that I'm missing a lot right now. Is just some rice and beans, which is something I thought I'd never say, but man, yeah, it's a thing that I miss. But they have one where they make these beans and then they just throw like everything in it. They throw pig ears, they throw pig hooves in it. And I'm just sitting there like, what? Because I'm sitting there eating this thing and it's really good. And then they start telling me what's in it. I'm like, man, you didn't need to say that. But yeah, they just use like everything. Chicken hearts. That was a weird one when I got there, but they eat chicken hearts. Like that's a common, like it's like chicken nuggets. They just, but they're actually really good.
Frick yeah, dude. That's awesome.
But yeah,
I'm
that's
not
that.
craving soup right now.
I don't know. Now I'm wishing I had some chickens that I could, cut their legs off.
Yeah, they don't need feet.
my
What?
Yeah.
my wife's aunt, my wife's aunt, wonderful lady, love her to death. But yeah, when they butcher chickens, they cut the feet off, they skin them, and then they freeze them, and then when they eat a chicken, they'll take the carcass after you pick it clean, take the carcass, boil it with um, a couple feet and other stuff, and make chicken stock. So,
Frick yeah.
yeah, that's all chicken stock is. It's all yeah. So, I wouldn't. Yeah, I couldn't eat them.
Oh,
It's a
Colton,
superpower that I unlocked.
what? What's one of the weirdest things you've ever had?
Ever.
Ever.
Shoot. Was not expecting this one. And I know I should have, but I wasn't. You know what? To stay on the game side, and I'll come up with something else a little bit later, but I was watching or heard or something, Steven Ranella, Meat Eater, about you slice a thin piece of red meat, and then you try it. You throw a little bit of lemon on it or lime, and then you eat it. And so I thought of that one day, butchering my meat. I was like, screw it, I'll try it. Cut and sliced, ate it, and I'll be darned, it's pretty good. I really enjoy it. Texture's a little bit iffy, but I really enjoy it. So,
see, freak out, dude.
But no,
Did you end up eating those salmon eggs from our High Lake adventure right before?
Oh yeah, I ate the same, or the cutthroat eggs.
Yeah,
I did eat some of those. They were salty. It was weird.
it was weird. You could like taste the little like skin on the outside too. That texture. I was like, oh, that's weird.
No, people eat that for fun. Like I don't get it.
I don't know. That's the only reason we ate it. That was just fun.
Oh yeah, we try them. We needed the calories. We were out of the shot, but
yeah.
no, I mean I haven't gone any foreign places. I didn't serve, so I didn't have to eat any weird things, and yeah, that's about as weird as I got. So.
Hey, dude, that's all right. That's all right.
So what the Navajos feed you?
What's the Navajo feed me? PTSD, that's what I got. No, I was on the Navajo reservation and I got a lot of food. I got fed a lot. It was awesome. I gained like 40 pounds on my mission. It was awesome. But so they love their sheep. They love their sheep. And one thing about it is they eat every part of it. Every part of it. So the weirdest thing, and it wasn't bad. I actually kind of liked it. The weirdest thing it was called achi. All right. It was some mutton. All right. We're not talking lambs. We're talking the old nasty sheep.
Yeah.
It was mutton. And they take that and they put something else in. I don't remember what else they put with it. But then they wrap it in the intestines of the sheep.
And
then you put that sucker over a fire, just an open flame, fire pit out in the backyard. You don't cook that on the grill. That's sacrilegious. But cook that over the fire, dude, and I'll tell you what, each bite's gonna take you a solid 10 minutes to swallow. The chewiest thing I've ever had in my life. Took me like an hour to eat a piece that was like this big. We're talking like a 6-7 inch piece. You take a bite, you're just going to town chewing it.
Man,
Oh,
that's awesome.
it was, when I thought about what it was, I just was like, all right. I mean, I'm here. I'm going to do it, but all right.
yeah.
But I mean, you cook it right and it tasted just fine.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That's awesome. That reminds me a little bit, if I can cut in a little bit. Reminds me of there where I was at, they call it a churrasco, right? And that's pretty much just a Brazilian barbecue. Like But what they'll do is they have like these big sword-looking deals, like long little skewers. And what they'll do is they'll just have a cut of meat, and they'll just cut chunks of meat about like that. And they'll just throw these chunks of meat on this skewer, and they'll just put it over like an open fire, kind of like that. Sometimes they'll dig a pit in the ground and make it like that. Sometimes they'll just use like bricks and build like a box. And then they'll do that, and they'll just slow cook it for like hours. And what they'll do is they'll just put like a very, tell me if this makes sense, a gross salt, like a really, like the really large grains.
Okay, yeah.
I think I was trying to talk Portuguese. It just like, it was that in my head, and I was like, told my mom the other day, and she was like, "That is not a thing, son." I said, "Darn it!" It's in my head. It's just that, I have some things. It's just the way it is. It's up here, and it needs to make sense for everyone else because that's the way it is. But but man, I'll tell you what, that was one of the coolest cultural things because like everyone would do it. It was like a big family thing. Everyone would get together and they would just stick that over the fire, and you could always see like Saturday, Sunday night, there was always like smoke coming up from people's houses, and you just knew that there was a barbecue going on. And I actually got pulled in a couple times, like off the street. Random stranger would be like, "Hey, do you want a piece of meat? Like, you want a little churrasco?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, I do." But I mean, it was awesome. That just, when James was talking about that, it kind of reminded me.
What food are
Food,
you
food.
taking for a few days backpacking in?
So Traycer was talking about his trail mix.
Trail
Yeah,
mix, the
got my
multi-grain
trail
one.
mix. It's that indulgent kind. Got the 3 different types of chocolate chips. That's the only one that goes. And then, too bad Hunter's not on here. I know that he'd agree with me on this one. Got to have some Vienna sausages.
Oh,
Man, those things
Hunter hates
you
those.
just grab them and you just eat them.
you gotta
Man,
wiggle them around a little bit and then eat
yeah,
them. See?
Especially on a
you
rifle hunt
can't.
when they're really cold and the gel just stays on them and they're just.
Yeah, the
But
snot's gotta stay on them a little bit. That's the flavor, man. But on a real note, though, I mean, I've got to have my peanut butter. Like, I feel like that's one that, I mean, just talking like for real, that's a really good energy. Something heavy, you can use it for a while. And so, like, I used to always carry around, like, they had those little mini tortillas, and I carry around that. I'd carry around maybe a little bit of honey, and some peanut butter. I'd make some little wraps or just do whatever. But, it's those quick things. If we're talking about like a couple days, you've got to have a couple of those just add water meals, like you got to
Yeah,
have them
bro.
because some of those things, like those peanut butter, the trail mix, like those aren't real meals. You got to have your good proteins. You got to have some meat. You got to have some carbs, you know,
gotta have a lot of
and
carbs. You're
so,
burning a lot of calories
that's
there.
something that's super important, so I'm trying to think of what else I would use. I mean, I know, I'm a big granola bar kind of guy as well, but I mean, for me, I feel like something that I'm going to do a lot more is just like have some sort of a pasta available, because pasta is something super easy. You can just kind of cook it up beforehand, throw some little stuff on there, some little salt and pepper, some butter, and that's really all you need. You just have a carb load, then you just have that with you. But I think that's that for food.
Yeah. No, I'll second the Vienna sausages on on days where you're just going for some reason, and that's something that our dad did. I remember, and usually the Vienna sausages were pulled out on an unsuccessful hunt on the way home. That's usually what happened.
They're the party food.
They're never, oh, we killed it. Yeah, let's eat the vent. No, Vienna sausages were the, we'll get them next time kind of thing. So, like I was saying, the Mandarin Orange cups. I'm almost Traycer from the trail mix too. Ready Wise meals. I love my Ready Wise meals, but I just started. My in-laws have a freeze dryer, so I just started freeze drying pastas and lasagna and all the fruit right before it goes bad, So,
Freak out, dude.
but yeah, gotta have a couple of those and hydration. Lots of water.
Yeah.
Lots of water. Filter it, and honestly, yeah, I'll take some Mountain Ops or some sort of drink mix up there.
Mountain Ops for days, dude. Oh, heck. Well, I'm hoping to get a freeze dryer in the near future because I want one.
Dang gritty.
I want one so bad. But I've got plenty of Ready Wise meals. I've got a ton in my storage room over yonder. And so those are going with me on backpacking trips. I always got to have.
I always have one no matter what, just in case.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean that's been my lunch for the few days out of the last couple of weeks. It worked.
Yes, I've done that a couple times.
When I run out of bread and can't make me some sandwiches, dude, I got my Ready Wise meals.
You can have it hot on the job site if you wanted it.
Heck yeah, dude. No, but I need my Skittles. I need my Skittles. Or my gummy bears, whichever. If not both. I mean,
both.
Mix and match.
Yeah. Who said you have to limit yourself?
Mix that crap together, and that's my trail mix.
Yeah. we're just on different trails. That's all.
Yeah. Your trail is leading you up a nice, healthy road. Mine is dragging me down to hell.
Yeah, there'll be sweets somewhere. It's too hot in hell to have gummy bears and Skittles.
I know, dude. That's a sticky old mess. Got my gummy bears.
It's like the worst thing ever is when you leave your gummy bears in a hot truck and come back and they're one gummy bear.
Those are essential.
They are the essentials. Sunflower seeds.
They just get your mind off of eating sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Perfect road trip.
When you're sitting there glassing for a while, you can just keep on. All time.
You know what? Recently, I got on the mini muffins too.
Ooh.
Those, they just come in like 5-packs, and in fact, this last year, every time I got out my mini muffins, something died.
Yeah, buddy.
So I don't know if it's good luck or what, but
that's what I'm talking about.
Going back to sunflower seeds, I love my deal and I love my black pepper, and I'll go 50-50 and mix them both. That way, you always got your deal, or it's always a surprise.
Well, mix
I'm
it, dude.
Yes.
No, I kind of like those chili lime, whatever.
Chocolate chips.
Oh, them chili lime ones are pretty good. I'll tell you my favorite, and it might just be me. I don't care. Them spicy sweet chili ones.
Those are pretty good.
I don't know if I've ever had those. Are they like a purple? Are they the purple ones?
Yeah.
I do like those. Mm-hmm.
They're pretty good. I know not a lot of people do, but I love them.
I just tend to get more duds in those, more of those like soury ones.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
It's Russian roulette with those bad boys. Sometimes you get a bag that's just hits you right and life couldn't be better. And other times you get a
Yeah.
bag and you can't taste a thing for a week after one handful.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of ridiculous, but that's part of the love of it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, what kind of backpacking trips are you guys wanting to do in your life sometime,
Sometime like next year.
Preferably, yes.
I want to get the group together and do something, but um, bring bear, dude.
Spring Bear. Heck
Bring
yeah.
bear sounds fun, exciting. I hate ticks, but yeah, that's one of them. But you know what's another one that would be just as fun and less hassle? Arizona coos deer.
Dude, freak yeah.
Shoot in a couple miles and just hunt them. That's
That could be sweet.
Next
that's
year,
what I
dude.
want to do.
Next year.
Hopefully, do you guys get put in for
Freak
points?
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I know Traycer didn't, but
Next year I'll have a honey. That's the goal.
Yeah, buddy.
wait a second. That's not what we were talking about.
Just another person add to the team is all.
No,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will always take more
We
people.
already have two Hannahs, so I mean, I'm not saying anything against it, but
I'm saying you need to do it. Marry Hannah and we can start a club.
Yeah.
yes, the Hannah Club.
Yeah.
Good name, good people.
Shinshi boy.
But,
Good people.
but no, that's one of the ones I want to do, or the two I want to do. I'm going to do not going. I might do a 3-dayer early September for archery elk. But I don't know because our muzzleloader deer hunt opens the same, or muzzleloader antelope hunt opens the same day that archery does. So I think we'll just go shoot a couple antelope, and that'll be opening weekend.
Freak yeah, dude. I've got one of the guys I work with. He got an elk tag in a unit. Wow, that was a close one. Huh.
I'm good at editing.
Yeah. But a unit over that way a ways, I think. But it's right.
You think?
He got a muzzleloader tag, and it's right during
Okay.
my bear hunt, and my bear hunt covers that unit. So I think
Okay.
him and I are going to go camping for at least a few days, and
Truck camping or back in?
I'm hoping back in. We'll see.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, we'll look for an elk for him because it's a pretty good elk unit, and if
Is
we,
it the elk unit? Different one.
it's same one my wife was putting in for,
Okay,
just
gotcha.
muzzleloader.
Muzzleloader. That took a while.
Over a decade.
Yeah. Well, shoot. I never mind. I could have drawn it with muzzleloader when I drew mine,
Yeah.
but I probably should have drawn that instead of mine. But I'm happy with my bull. I'm happy with
Oh
him.
yeah, dude.
You stop saying that, but
Yeah. No. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. We'll go find an elk, and I'll just be there with my bow in case we come across a bear. I'll take off after that, and he can keep going for elk.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, I really want to do either an archery elk hunt, like with us,
Yes.
that we pack in, camp out for a few days at least, go do that, and not at the same time, do a high country muley hunt, dude. I am dying to do one of those.
Dude, let's start planning it. Figure out what we can do. I know I have a unit in mind.
Yeah?
That's yeah. It's high country.
Hey,
High country.
I'm
But
in Colorado,
yeah,
so
we'll have to do a
I'm
plug not this, but we'll have to dig in the go hunt and figure out how we can plan that in the next couple of years.
freak out, dude.
So because I do want to do a couple elk hunts where we just go in born and raised style and just blow up the place.
Dude.
So
We'll have to do that. We'll get some pretty sweet films coming out.
yeah.
Keep people updated on all that stuff. No, I think I just heard a gunshot.
Fireworks.
Oh, it might be that.
Yep, I just heard my first volley too.
What? It's not
Oh,
even the 4th yet.
It's 4th of July weekend, guys, so it's it's fireworks time, especially here in Wyoming where there's no limit.
dang! I better go get my dog.
Yeah.
Oh heck! No, it's kind of a all over the place episode today. Kind of nothing really specific, but we really wanted to
Yeah.
get Traycer introduced and get him on here with us, and we're going to be hearing a lot more from him soon.
Yes, sir.
Yes. In fact, I think next episode there's some cool things coming our way.
Freak yeah.
So
No, so we'll keep having everyone on as much as we can, and we'll keep on keeping on.
yeah. So yep, it's fun and yeah, I'm excited for the future of this. So
Same.
keep on going.
Yeah. No, but we'll hopefully have everyone with us next week and hopefully be able to keep doing cool stuff. Heck if I know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Keep having
Real
fun.
quick,
That's
Trace, did you have any backpack trips you want to do? No, just whatever.
Just whatever. Sign me
Good,
up.
because I'm gonna drag you along on
I'll
some.
sign my name at the bottom of the page right there.
boom.
I accepted all terms and conditions.
Oh, dude,
Anyway, yeah,
we're gonna have a sweet deer camp this year, so
Yes,
I'm looking
sir.
forward to it.
gonna be fun. So,
Yeah.
I hope my dad got my brothers in for the secondary draw. Did you get it put in?
For the secondary?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
you didn't get in.
What?
Did you put in for the secondary draw?
Oh, no, because I forgot.
Oh,
But I'm doing
shoot.
leftovers.
Yeah, that's the easier game anyway. Youth got the priority.
Yeah, I mean, frick, I probably wouldn't even get it anyways.
Yeah, leftovers your best bet. But anyway.
Yeah, dude. No, but that's a real great time to get a gummy bear in my mouth. But we appreciate everyone that hops on and listens to us. We appreciate all the support we've been getting, and we are just going to keep on it. We're going to keep doing this because we love it. We love hunting.
We'll
We
keep on
love
doing
the
it if we
outdoors.
don't.
And we love spending time with each other. So we're going to do it. And we love Traycer. We love that he's back with us.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
100%.
So he'll have to tell us in the next couple episodes. He's got some pretty strategic ways of how to protect himself from bears and whatnot. So, but we'll save that for another episode.
Freak yeah, dude.
Stay tuned.
Well, yeah. Right on. Well, yeah. Anyone that's got any questions, compliments, concerns, whatever, hit us up. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong, and we'll fix what we can and keep doing what we want. So, yep.
Yeah.
But
yeah, thank you guys.
I think we'll call it for tonight.
Yep. Till next time.
Freak yeah. We'll see y'all later.
Yeah.